Top Learning Center, EONS, EON.
Okay, good afternoon, or should I say good morning, everyone? Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our online English learning session. And how are you doing today? And before we go any further, can I see how many people do we have here? How many people do we have on Instagram? How many? Uh, 10, 50, and 100. How many people? Okay, for those of you who are already here, please say hello. Hello. Can you hear me, everyone? Okay, hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay, now let's just get going. So welcome to our online learning session. And today we're going to talk about places around the world. Okay, speaking about places around the world. So how many parts of the world you have visited so far? Okay, or how far have you traveled around the country? Okay. Okay. Have you ever been to another province or perhaps another island? Okay. Speaking of provinces and islands, so can you tell me where are you come from? Okay. Do most of you come from Java, or do we have some audience that come from outside Java? Okay. Right now, so have you ever been to have you ever been to other countries? Have you ever visited other countries before? Okay, good. So now we're going to about places that we have around the world, not only countries, but also some landmarks, some geographic landmarks, so human-made landmarks, and any landmark that are famous around the world. Okay, so now let's get going. Okay. Okay. All right. So okay. So are you familiar with these pictures? Are you familiar with this place? Okay, so these are the natural attraction that we have on Earth. Okay, we have that place, we have this place, we have so many places. We have snowy places, we have watery places, places full of rocks, places full of trees, places full of grass, places full of sand, and everything. But can you name them all? Can you tell me the name of the place one by one? Okay, okay. Can someone tell me? Okay, can someone perhaps tell me? Or let's see here. Rio. Hello, Rio. Can you hear me, Rio? Hello, Rio. Rio, can you hear me? Or perhaps Chatur. Chatur, can you hear me, Chatur? We have one participant on Zoom, and it is Chatur. Chatur, can you hear me? Or is that you? No? Okay. Okay, no one is responding, so let's just do it together. Okay. So now let's start naming this place one by one. Okay, what is the name? Okay. What is the name of this place? Okay, let's see here. Okay. All right. Okay. Can someone tell me the name of this place? Place number one. This. Can someone tell me what is this? It's a what is it? It's a desert. Good. Let me write it down. It's a desert. Okay, so desert is a place that is full of sand. Okay, we usually see we usually find desert on the countries like Egypt. Okay, Middle Eastern countries like Egypt, Kuwait, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan. Okay, a lot of desert. Okay. So as usual, in desert there is no water. It is very dry, so it is usually dangerous for human. Okay, let me spell it again. E double S E R T. Desert. Okay. Now. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Okay, what is the name of the place number 2? Place number 2, this one. What is the name of place number 2? What is it? Can you tell me what is it? What is it? It's a, what is the name that is full of trees? It's a, yes, it is a forest. And how do we spell forest? Okay, how do we spell forest? It is F, okay, O, good, R, E, S, T, forest. Forest, forest. Okay, now. Okay, now let's see the next one. This one. Okay, what is this? This place is full of water. It's like a swimming pool, but natural swimming pool and very big. So what kind of place is this? What kind of place is this? What is the name of place number 3? It is a, yes, it is a lake. And how do we spell lake? Lake is L, good. We have the first letter here, L, and then A, good. L-A-K-E, lake. Very good. Next one, number 4. What is this? If you find a hole, in the mountains, okay, a hole, and the hole is very deep, you can actually live inside the hole. Some animals actually live inside this kind of hole. So what is number 4? What do you call the place number 4? Number 4 is a cafe? No, not a cafe, but it's a cave. And how do we spell cave? We have the first letter C and then A. Good, C-A. And then V or F? V. Good. Humans interact inside a cafe, but we don't live inside a cave. Millions of years ago, our ancestors lived inside a cave, but not anymore. Now we come together inside a cafe instead of inside a cave. Okay, we go to a cafe, not a cave. Cave is only for animal now and ghosts perhaps. Okay, next one. Number 5. Let's see. Okay, what is this? This place is very high and it is snowy. We have so many of these things inside our country, but only one of them is snowy. So what is this place? What is number 5? We have so many of this one, so many of these things inside our country. So what is number 5? Number 5 is, yes, number 5 is mountain. Mountain. And how do we spell mountain? It starts with M and then O, good. U, N, T, A, I, N, S. Mountains, not mountain, but mountains. Okay, mountains. M-O-U-N-T-A-I-N-S. Mountains. Okay, next one. What is this? What is number 6? Number 6 is, what is number 6? Number 6 is, yes, 6 is river. And how do we spell river? River is, good, R, I, V, E, R, river. Okay, for those of you who come from Jogja, okay, do you know, can you name one of the river we have in Jogja? Yes, in Jogja we have Chode River. Not Code River, Chode River. Because it is Japanese, not English. So instead of saying Code, we say it as Chode River. What else? What rivers what river we also have in Jogja? We also have Opak River. Right. So we have Opak River and Chode River. Good. Next, number 7. What is number 7? You usually find this place, find number 7, in places like Bali. I think we also have similar place in Jogja. Okay, the place is very high and it overlooks the ocean. Okay, what is number 7? Number 7 is, yes, number 7 is cliffs. Right, cliffs. CLIFFS. CLIFFS is cliffs. Okay, next, number 8. What is number 8? I think you know what is this. It is everyone's favorite spot. What is number 8? Number 8 is, yes, C. And how do we spell C? S-E-A. Good. C is S-E-A. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Oh, we still have some more. Okay, now what is this? Left picture. What is this? It starts with a V, ends with a Y. It is a valley. Good, valley, like Silicon Valley. And how do you spell valley? Valley is F. Okay, good. A-L-L-E-Y. Valley. Okay, good. Next one in the middle. What is this? We have so many mountains in Indonesia, and we also have so many of these things in Indonesia. It it usually erupts, occasionally, not occasionally, but rarely. But when it does, it is very dangerous. So what is the picture in the middle? It is a volcano. Good. And how do we spell volcano? Volcano is V O, good, L C A N O. Volcano. Okay, good. And the last one. What is the last one? What is the last picture? Oh, I think I make the circle too big. Okay, let me erase this first. Okay, right. Okay, now what is the last picture? The last picture is, if there is a river, then it usually leads to this place. It is a, yes, waterfall. And how do you spell waterfall? Waterfall is WATERFALL. 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 Okay, good. Next. Okay, now next one, we're going to learn this. So what is this? Okay, this is the adjectives. Okay, adjectives. Adjectives for what, you ask? Adjective in Indonesian means, how do you say adjective in Indonesian language? In Indonesian language, adjective is, good. Adjective is kata sifat. So it does not only explain the character of a person. You can actually use adjective to explain the character of a cat, of an animal, of the stuff you have inside your home, and the nature and places as well. Okay, now let's go through the adjective one by one. Okay, what is dull? Okay, let's start with the first one. Okay. What is dull? Number 1. What is dull? How do you say dull in Indonesian language? Dull is like the desert. Okay, the desert, it is dull. because there is no life, there is no water, it's not, it's dangerous, it is dry, so it is dull. How do you say dull in Indonesian language? Can someone tell me? Come on. What is dull? Can someone tell me? Okay, so dull, you can actually dull as tempat yang membosankan in Indonesian language, or tempat yang, not really attractive to see, like the desert. So desert is dull. Okay, next one, number 2. What is fascinating? Okay, what is fascinating? What is fascinating? Like, wow, this place is so fascinating. What is fascinating? How do you say that in Indonesian language? Fascinating. It's like beautiful, but slightly sounds better. Sounds slightly better than that. What is number 2? Number 2 is, what is fascinating? Number 2 is, yes, number 2 is mencengangkan. So in Indonesian language, fascinating means mencengangkan. Good. Number 3. What is number 3? Picturesque. What is number 3? It almost identical to beautiful, but it is the synonym of very beautiful. So in Indonesian language, if you want to say a place, if you want to say sangat indah, you can actually say picturesque. Okay. Number 4. What is now this one? Okay. Huge and peaceful. Huge and peaceful. How do you say huge in Indonesian language? Huge is, yes, huge is very big. And peaceful is, how do you say peaceful in Indonesian language? Peaceful is, yes, peaceful is tenang, damai. So what kind of natural attraction that is peaceful for you? What kind of animal attraction that is very peaceful for you? It is usually the forest. Good, the forest, the waterfall, the valley, right? Volcano is not peaceful. It is dangerous. Okay. Now, next we have lush. What is lush in Indonesian language? Lush is if the place is full of green, full of grass. It is very green, full of grass, full of wild plants, right? So that is lush. So how do you translate lush in Indonesian language? Lush is good. Yes, lush is penuh tanaman. Lush. Okay. So what is the place that is lush? It is usually the forest, good. The valley, yes. So everything is full of plants, trees, grass, and everything. It is lush. Next, we have hilly, Verdun hilly. Like hilly. What is hilly? If you see a landscape that is full of hill like this, okay, full of hill, the ground is uneven, it is full of hill. Full of hill. So it is hilly. So how do you say hilly in Indonesian language? Hilly is, yes, hilly is berbukit. Good. Next, number 7, mountainous. Mountainous, from the word mountain. Mountain is gunung. Good. Mountain is gunung in Indonesian language. So mountainous is, yes, mountainous is penuh dengan gunung. Good. What is the place that is full of mountain in the world? It is Nepal. Good. Nepal is the location where you can find the Everest. So Nepal is mountainous. Good. Last one we have rock. What is rock? Number 8. What is rock in number 8? Number 8, rock is, it's full of rock. It is uneven, full of rock. Okay, if you bring your motorcycle there, it will be like right, because the road is uneven, full of rocks and full of holes perhaps. So number 8 is, how do you say number 8? Rock in Indonesian language. Number 8 is berbatu. Good. Okay, now since you already learned the meaning, the Indonesian meaning of all of these adjectives, now let's try to match the adjective with the places. Okay, like number one, desert. Desert, is desert dull or fascinating or lush? What about desert? Is it fascinating? Is it dull or is it lush? Desert is dull. Good. Desert is dull. What about this? What about the forest? What about the forest? Is it lush or is it mountainous? For the forest, then it is lush. Good. Okay. What about the lake? Okay, what about this? What about the lake? Is it um, peaceful, fascinating, or dull? Lake is, yes, it is peaceful because if there's water, the place is usually very, very peaceful. If you go to Toba Lake in Sumatra or perhaps smaller lake or like Sermo Lake in Kulon Progo, Yogyakarta, Indonesia, if you sit around if you sit nearby the lake and enjoying the view, then it will be very calming, very peaceful. Okay. Next, what else we can see from this place? Okay, what about the waterfall? Is it picturesque or is it rock? The waterfall is picturesque, right? Very beautiful, or you can say also fascinating. Good. It's not rock because it's a waterfall. It is the place where the river usually ends. So it is watery. You use the adjective rock to explain, the condition of the ground. If it is full of rocks, full of holes, then it is rock. Okay, very good. Now let's see what else we can do next. Okay, so now I want us to read together task 2 from number 1 to number 7 and let's answer together, okay? Start from number 1. Over blah 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 percent of the world is covered by oceans. Okay, let's see, wait. Okay, let me read the question again. Over blah 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 percent of the world is covered by the ocean. Okay, so now let's find the answer in the blue box. As you can see, the blue box is the answer. So now let's try to find the answer for number 1. Over blah 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 percent of the world is water. If you're talking about percent or percentage, then the answer is usually in the number. So the answer for number 1 is, yes, number 1 is 70. Good. So number 1, it is 70. Okay, good. Next, number 2. The oceans keep the earth warmer in the blah 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 and cooler in the summer. Okay, if it is cool in the summer and warm, so it is warm during what is the opposite of summer? Let's see. Number 2, what is the answer for number 2? Number 2 is, yes, number 2 is winter. Very good. So thanks to the ocean, we can warm ourselves during the winter, and we can cool ourselves during the summer. So number 2 is winter. Okay, number 3. There are 5 oceans: the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Indian, the blah blah blah, and the Southern Ocean. Okay, let's see how many oceans do we have in the world? Number 3 is we have the Atlantic, the Indian, and then what is the name of the biggest ocean in the world? It is the Yes, it is the Pacific. Good. The Pacific. So number 3 is Pacific. Good. Number 4. The largest ocean on Earth is the What is the largest ocean on Earth? Oh, wait, number 3, it's not actually the Pacific. My mistake. So let me erase this. There are 5 oceans: the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Indian, the blah blah blah, and the Southern Ocean. So number 4 is the largest ocean on Earth is the Pacific Ocean. Good. If number 4 is the Pacific Ocean, then what is number 3? There are 5 oceans: the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Indians, the blah blah blah, and the Southern Ocean. Let's see. It is the Oh yes, it is the Indian. I think it is the Indian Ocean. Right. No, the Indian is also there. So it's not the Indian. I think it's the Arctic. Okay, Arctic Ocean. So number 5 is Arctic, or the Arctic Ocean. Do you know what Arctic Ocean is? So Arctic Ocean is the ocean located close to the North Pole. It is somewhere close to Canada, the Greenland, the Iceland, and the Icelandic countries like Norwegian, not like the Norway, the Sweden, the Denmark. So the the Arctic Ocean is actually close to Greenland, Canada, Ireland, Norway, Denmark, and Sweden. Okay, next. Number 6. The Arctic Ocean is located around the blah 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 pole across the Arctic Circle. Okay, I actually just told you the answer. So what is the answer for number 6? Okay. Number 6 is number 6 is the North Pole. Good. Number 6 is North. Number 7. During winter, the Arctic Ocean is almost completely covered in sea. See what? During the winter. What happened to the water during the winter? During the winter, what do you usually find on top of the water? It is the ice. Good. If the winter comes, then the water inside the lake, the ocean, the river usually frozen into ice. So number 7 is ice. Good. Next one. We get number 8. The blah 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 ocean is the world's warmest ocean. The blah blah ocean is the world's warmest ocean. Okay. It is the ocean located across the equator line. So it is actually close to Indonesia, especially Sumatra Island, and the country like India. So the answer for number 8 is Indian Ocean. Good. Indian Ocean. So how do you say Indian Ocean in Indonesian language? It is Samudra Hindia. Good. Samudra Hindia is Indian Ocean. Samudra Atlantic is Pacific Ocean. And the Samudra Atlantic is the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, now number 9. The Southern Ocean includes the area of water that encircles. Okay, the Southern Ocean. The Southern Ocean. The ocean that is, if the Arctic Ocean is actually close to the North Pole, then the Southern Ocean is close to the good South Pole or the Antarctica. Good. So number 9 is Antarctica. Okay, number 10. The largest coral reef in the world is called the Great Barrier. Great Barrier what? The largest coral reef. You can actually see the answer inside the question itself. So number 10 is, yes, number 10 is reef. The answer is Great Barrier Reef. REEF. Number 11. The ocean tides rise and fall twice a day. It is caused by the gravitational pull of the, okay, gravitational pull of the what? What caused the tidal wave? Is it the other planet, the star, or? Yes, the moon. So, thanks to the moon, we have tide wave. We have tidal wave. So the wave we see in the ocean is actually under the control of the moon. Okay, so we have to be thankful for the moon. Thanks to the moon, we have surfing. Okay, next, number 10. Oceans provide a blah, blah, blah for thousands of plants and animals. Ocean provides a home. Good. Right, home for thousands of plants and animals. Because human cannot live in the ocean. Only animals can, like the whales, the shark, the dolphins, like the seaweed, right? So that's the kind of animals and plants that live in the ocean. Okay, good. Now let's see what's next. Okay. Now let's so far we have learned so many things about natural distractions. Now, if we want to learn English better, if you want to be a better speaker of English, we have to learn grammar also, because grammar is also important. And today we're going to talk about simple present tense. So what is simple present tense? As you can see here in the example, we have the word he climbs the mountain. He doesn't climb the mountain. I teach English every day. You watch YouTube every day. Your mom cooks meal every day. Your dad feeds your cat every day. What else? Your sister plays with her doll every day. I don't speak Spanish. You don't speak German, perhaps? Right. So, from the example I just gave you, can you see any similarity perhaps or any patterns surrounding the simple present tense? Like, I eat donut every day. You don't like cheese. You don't drink coffee. I drink coffee. So, from that example, what can you tell? Yes, so simple present tense is to explain the pattern and habits. Okay, so if we want to talk about habits that we do every day or the habits that we never do, we use simple present tense like this one. He climbs the mountain and he doesn't climb the mountain. Okay. Now, the most important aspect of simple present tense is actually the verb. In here, we use verb 1. And for the negative, oh, sorry. And for the negative, okay, and for the negative, we use doesn't. He climbs the mountain. He doesn't climb the mountain. Okay, now for she. Okay, she. Let's make an example using she. Like he climbs the mountain. Climbs is the verb or kata kerja in Indonesian language. Let's make an example using she for positive. Like she what? She, come on, can someone give me an example? She what? She, come on, she what? She plays what? She plays video game every day. Good. She plays game. She plays game. Right. She plays game. If you want to make it into negative sentence, then we say she doesn't. Good. She doesn't play game. Okay. Now next we have it. Okay, we have it. And when do we use it? If we use he to explain the man, the boy, and she for the girl and the woman, and then how do we use it? When do we use it? We use it to refers to or to explain. Yes, anything that is not human, like animals, your furnitures, your electronics, or the stuff you have around your house. Okay, so basically, if it is not a human, then call it it. Like this pen, it is it. The smartboard, it is it. So everything that is not human is it. Okay, now let's just say that it is your cat. So what does your cat do every day? Your cat or it what? It sleeps every day. Good, because cats is rather lazy, so it sleeps every day. Sleeps every day. If it is in a negative sentence that we use it, what it? It doesn't. It doesn't sleep. Right. Okay. Now, so far do you have any questions? Okay, do you have any questions? Okay, if you don't have any questions, then we will keep learning about present simple. Okay. Now let's make an interrogative or a questions in present simple. Okay. In present simple, if the subject is he, she, and it, then we start the question with does. Oh, we start the question with does. Like this one, does what? Does he, okay, does he climb, does he climb the mountain? So if you want to make a question using he or it, you must start the question using does, like does he climb, or does what, does she, good, does she play, good, and does it sleep? Good. Okay. So if you want, remember, if you want to make a question using the subject he, she, and it, you use does, not do. Okay. Now let's see. Okay. So in this part, I want you to write the verb with s or es, and write the negative and the questions. Okay. Now the question is, when do we use S or ES? Like reads. When do you use S or ES? Okay, so some verb, if the subject is he, she, or it, the verb has to be added with s. But some verbs are added with es instead of just s. So when do we use es and when do we use s? We will learn together. Okay. So if you see the verb ends with y, if it is end with y, then it become es, like fly become flies. Okay, this is just one example. Okay, then we'll keep doing it while we go. Okay, right. Number one, read becomes she reads, she doesn't read, and does she read? Okay, this is the positive question, the positive, the negative, and the question. Okay, number two, think. He think with s or with es. It with s. He thinks. Okay, he thinks. Okay, he thinks, and then he. If it is negative using he, then we use he. He doesn't. So he doesn't think. He doesn't think. Okay, number two. What is the question form of he thinks or he doesn't think? The question form is good. Does he think? Very good. Does he think? Good. Now, number three. Number three, we had the word fly. So it fly or flies? Good, flies. As usual, if the verb ends, if the verb ends with y, then we have to add es. So fly become flies. Okay, it flies. Okay. Next, it flies. If it is negative, then it doesn't fly. Good. It doesn't fly. If it is in question form, then we use good. Does it fly? Very good. Does it fly? Does it fly? Okay, next, let's do number four. Dance. Dance. He then dances. Because we have to add s if the subject is he, she, or it. So he dances. If he dances, the negative form is he doesn't dance. Very good. He doesn't dance. Okay, number five. Have. If have, then it becomes not haves, but good. Has. Has. So she has. Oh, not she has, but she has. If it is she has, then the negative form is she. She doesn't. Good. She doesn't has. No, it's she doesn't have. So if it is negative, then doesn't she doesn't have. Now let's do the question form. As usual, we start with does, and then does she have? Very good. Next, number six, we have the word finish. Okay, finish it. It become it. It finish. It finishes. Good. It finishes. Okay, so remember, if the verb end with something like as, we have to. Okay. If the verb end with something like s, like fish, finish, and what else? What kind of verb that end with s? Wish. Okay. If it sounds identical like S, you have to add the ES so people can actually hear the additional S, like fishes, wishes, and finishes. Because without ES, if it is just S without E or ES, then the people cannot hear the difference. So that's why you have to add ES. Okay, it finishes. The negative form is doesn't it doesn't finish. Okay. So the question is, does what does it finish? Very good. Does it finish? Okay. Now let's see what else we can do. Okay. Now I want you to fill in the blank using the verb in the parentheses. Okay. Like number one, speak. Margaret, blah, 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 four languages, English, French, German, and Spanish. Whoa, Margaret is very smart, I think. Okay, so speak. How do we change speak if the subject is Margaret? Margaret, it's a girl. So it is she. If it is she, then we add S. Good. So Margaret speaks. Margaret speaks. Okay, number two. She. She what? She blah 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 the view. It is very dull. Dull. If it is dull, then the view is very boring. Very boring, nothing you cannot enjoy. If you don't if you don't enjoy the view, then she doesn't. Good. She doesn't like the view. Good. Number three. Andy blah 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 the sea often. Often. It is his favorite place. Andy visit with S become visits. Good. Andy visits the sea often. It is his favorite place. I think Andy is Aquaman because Aquaman enjoy visiting the sea. Right. Number four. He blah 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 the beautiful picture very much. Love. Love become loves. Good. He loves the beautiful picture very much. Okay, number five. Mark is a vegetarian. He blah 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 meat. He blah 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 meat. It. What is the for what is the the it for he? If the subject is he, it become eats. Very good. Okay, right. Okay, I think we're almost done, but let me see. Okay, is it time to finish? Okay, so my friend here, the operator said that the time is almost over. So I think that's it for today. Thank you very much for staying with us. Thank you very much for learning with Eons and Real English. And I hope you can stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Right? Bye-bye.
belajar tentang banyak hal di bawah satu atap. Dari bahasa hingga matematika, dari tak bisa hingga jadi ahlinya. One Stop Learning Center, One Stop Learning Center, EONS, EON. One Stop Learning Center, One Stop Learning Center,